Alright, we are back. We're going to go ahead and run our peach mash here. Looks like it's done. If I can get this open. Yeah. But she's sealed up good. Should open that before I turned on the camera. That would have been good. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and pour it in. I like using this bag. A lot of people suggest siphoning and so on, but I like using the bag just to get it done. I tried the siphoning before and it took forever. And I just like pouring it in. So let's get this going in here. Smells good. Get that handle, close it off down there, don't I? Yeah. A little bit of. And I've had people comment, I had a few people comment on it. I guess there's big discussion on whether to squeeze that. If you do squeeze it out, the juices, I like squeezing the juices, but they're all, oh, you get more stuff in there, fibers, so on, in the barrel or in the still, it may cause scorching. I don't fire this thing up and get it hot right away. I like to bring it up slowly. So I haven't had that problem, luckily, but I can see where that would make a difference. Okay. Quite a bit of stuff in there. I guess I could have spooned it out first, but oh well. We'll keep her going this way. Peaches definitely broke down, so that was nice. On here, I can see all the fibers. Did stir it a little bit. So while I was stirring it, I was trying to break down the peaches also. I didn't want them to stay in big chunks. I wanted the fibers anyway. Give it more flavor. Quite the load in there. But there's a lot of juice in there. I think we'll let that drain. Be nice. Set that in there after we're done. Set that back in there somehow. Let that drain. That's a pretty good ball in there. Splash that on me. You know, we're just getting to the point where it doesn't like draining. There's a lot of weight in there. Yeah. Do that. That's a little bit to drain. Get that drained out of there. And I will try not to squeeze it, but I do like getting all the juices out of it. we got I bought 4 boxes of peaches. Of course, with inflation, the boxes are smaller. They aren't the big ones, but hopefully inflation will start going down eventually. Get the rest of this in there. There we go. We will definitely have a full bag or funnel full of peach fibers. Let's get the rest of this in here. On here. Like I say, so I had the 4 boxes and then I added 5 pounds of sugar to it. And that was it. On that to these 6.5 gallon cart. I think these are 6.5 gallon carboys that I use. I do like these wide mouths for cleaning purposes. I don't know, I see people use the skinny ones, but I guess you can get a hose in there and rinse them out, that's fine. But I do like the wide mouth. Just prefer it. My apple tree ever takes off in the backyard, definitely go move to like a barrel or something. One of those blue barrels to, I'm gonna run a couple of these, which would be nice. But yeah, you can see that's draining there, at least I'm hoping you can see that. We'll let that drain a little bit. Go ahead and pause you. All right, paused it for a little bit. I did squeeze that out. I like squeezing it. I like getting the juice in there. I think there's a lot of flavors. I do understand the argument, but that's just my preference, the way I like doing it. It just seems to be a waste unless I've got hours and hours, well, which this does take hours and hours of time, to wait for it to just drain, gravity drain. I just prefer to do it that way. All right, let's see if we can lift this one. Get this in here. All right, get number 2. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think these peaches also absorb quite a bit of alcohol. But as long as I run it slow, we should be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and put you down. Boy, I'm making a mess of myself. Yeah. Let me go ahead and just get this in here. Pause you. You guys kind of see what I'm doing here. And be right back. All right. So we got everything in here. We're gonna go ahead and light this. Let me get this. This is on. All right, let's turn this on. Some fuel going in there. I hear it. Hard to see in this. Oh, it did. I got some blue flame in there. Apparently I'm getting better at lighting this. So we'll go ahead and let that slowly heat up. And I'll rinse these out. Go from there. Don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. We're getting awfully close to the monetary value YouTube starts paying at. So we're getting awfully close to 1,000 subscribers. So yes, definitely subscribe and do the like button. Thank you. Alright, I got the still pretty much set up. Let's go ahead and test. I wanted to test, plug in the fountains. I tend to get a little leak out of this one. So I wanted to run that before we get... Where's my plug? I got a plug here somewhere. There we go. Alright, this is the plug I wanted. Different plug if I don't kill me. Oh, this is the plug I wanted right here. Okay. Multi-plug. Plug this in. Now we got a ton of cord. And just so I don't have to trip over everything again. Fall on you guys. Be like a YouTube moment. Alright. Plug this one in. This pumps into the cooling, and then I have one pumping back into this. So I got just enough to get her going. Let's always see if we can, don't want to overflow it. That doesn't seem to leak. We just got to get our flow right. I wonder. Pull that one out. This one again. There we go, that seems to be a little better. So this just can't, I had this drain underwater. I can't have it underwater, it doesn't flow freely enough. So that'll work, I don't see anything leaking. I wish I need some sort of hard hose. This flow, but that'll work. And go over here, see what we are running. So we are getting warmer. We're about 95 degrees, so it is heating up, but I just wanted to show you the setup I got going. I just wanted to show we're getting real close. So the tanks or the stills at 200. Top, the cap, is close to 200. And we got the thumper over here, who's running just about, what, 160-ish, so the temperature is moving over, and we're getting there, so we should be getting something out of the condenser here pretty quick, but I just wanted, it's been a couple hours, so we are coming to temperature right now on this, so won't be long. I should have left you on about 10 more seconds. We just started dripping here, so we'll collect the nail polish remover there, and then we'll go ahead. So this is where we're at. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get set up. I'll get my finger in the way of this. Yeah, so we're collecting, if I can speak, more shots, and then we'll go ahead and start collecting here. As soon as we get about a half a jar or so of that, we should be through all the nail polish remover. But yeah, we are moving right along, and we'll collect our first jar here in a minute. Yeah, let's see if I can do the selfie stick thing. I just wanted to show you, I put my first ice jug in there. It's a 3-gallon container. on that, but let me swap you around, show you. So I've got it coming from the condenser going into here, and then that pumps it back out there, but I've just got a gravity feed going there, so it's originally coming out of the big blue one in here and going to condenser, and that's what we got going here. The little recycling system works good for me. Just wanted to show you that. Alright, this smells pretty good. Doesn't smell like that nail polish remover. We're going to go ahead and swap this out. Let's get our first jar in there, and we'll start collecting. Here we go. So, we're collecting the good stuff. And then once this jar's done, we'll go ahead and check it with the hydrometer and see what we get. There we go. And this is the peach we are doing. Yeah. Well, we're moving right along, about an eighth of a jar or so on there. And it's lunchtime. Love these big colossal hot dogs. So we're having lunch. Got to keep the strength up. All right, we're cooking along here. All right, there's our first jar. We'll go ahead and swap that out. Pretty good there. Let's see what we get. As far as proofing, let's take a look here, see where our bubbles go. Those dissipated pretty quick. Definitely over 100 proof. Alright, let's switch you around and get you switched around here. We'll do that. Hopefully I got. And where's my funnel? See what we got proof. I don't know what the temperature is. It's pretty cold. I had a thermometer, a heat thermometer. I was checking a little digital one, but that liquid's pretty cool. So you guys were getting on me about what my temperature was, and to check to get an exact reading. It's pretty close. Wow, that came out at about 165. That is a strong jar. Did not think it was going to be that high proof the first jar, but that's okay. I want to knock my stuff over. All right, let's put this back in, and that's pretty close. Like I say, the jar is cool to the touch. And I think it's supposed to be like 65 or 68 degrees. I would say that's pretty close to that. So that's our first jar, the peach. And we are chugging along here. I'll put you back on here. Let's see here. The stills temperature gauge, I don't know if you can see it. That's about 200, and the cap is also 200, and the thumper is running at about I'd say 190. Dropped you guys. Let's get you back up here. All right, let me turn this off. All right, here, jar number 2. We are. That one really full, didn't I? Okay. Again, the jar is fairly cool. Took a little longer to dissipate that time. So let's take a look at it, see what we got. All right. And let's turn this around over to our proofing table. See if I can get my head in this time. All right. These jars are, like I say, cool. So I don't know what the temperature is. We'll get a gauge and satisfy everybody with a gauge. Oops, man, I got that full. Right to the top. Let's see. Around. We dropped quite a few points. Hard to see on the. We went to 150 on that one, so yeah, we dropped down what, 15 proof in one jar. That means we're just going to start dropping off. There we go. Like that, jar 2. Jar 2, 150. Peach. There we go. Alright, we are on, this is jar 3, and I got it full, but we're getting there. So let's see what jar 3 is. Lid on here. One got it full. Bubbles! We're getting closer to 130 now. Let's see. Switch you around. Here. All right, there we go. Let's see if I can read this. That can't be right. We're about 140. So 140 on that. So we dropped what? Let me take a look here. Last one was 150, so we said 150. This one's gone down 10 proof. All right. We're doing good. Everything's running. Turn this back around. Looks like everything's running at about 200 on this. There, I've thrown a couple more ice things in there. You see that? You know, I even threw an ice thing in the condenser, just so that's a nice bottle jug, just to cool that down a little bit on there. So, all right, we're getting there. Alright, this is jar 4. Off here. Those are getting warm, getting by the fire. Set them somewhere else. But the water's still pretty cold, and the jar is still cool. So that's pretty good. Look here, jar 4. Got bubbles. And she's hanging in there a little longer than the last one, so let's see what this one is. Over here, let's turn this around, see if I can get my head in the shot, like I say. Go from there. Okay. Check this. Started this. What about probably 5 hours, 5-6 hours been running this? And it definitely is a time-consuming process. Oops, spinning around too far. 130. Alright, so jar number 4 is 130. Pour this back in. Kind of leveled off at 130, I think. Jar number 4, mark this 4. Each. There we go. All right. And here's jar 5. Going in here, so we are slowing down. This thing's running a little over 200. Hoping it doesn't bubble over. I mean, I got it turned down pretty low. Hopefully it doesn't burp anything into the thumper. I don't think it will. I haven't had it happen yet, but you never know. So let's swap this out. So this is jar 5. I'm gonna run out of jars here pretty soon. Well, I got 4 more containers over there. And let's go over to the proofing barrel. Move you around. Let's see what we're proofing at here. All right, there we go. And here, what do you think? Is it 120 or below? We'll find out here. It's spilling it. And it's still cool. I am going to have to get that. You guys have got my curiosity going now. My thermostat and see what temperature this is coming out at. But I mean, it's not freezing cold, but it's cool. It's not coming out of there hot. So right now we're proofing at 120 on that. The other one, so we keep dropping every jar 10 proof, so not bad. Going here. I mean, I'm going to proof it all down on this one. I'm going to be, I ordered a little 2.5 gallon barrel, so we're going to go ahead and mix up 2.5 gallons. I've got a whole bunch from the pineapple run, 3-berry run, and now I've got from the peach run. So I think I'm going to proof it down. It says if you leave it in there for 6 months, you know, it'll get the flavor of the barrel. And it actually increases, I guess some of the water evaporates through the barrel, and it will increase the proof a little bit. So I may proof this down to like 85, 90, put it in the barrel and see what happens there. But I'll film it and show you guys when I do it. The barrel's supposed to be here tomorrow. No, I'm sorry, something else. I'll need to double check. Don't quote me on that. I gotta check UPS, see when that's coming in. This is, but yeah, that's the next little thing. I'm curious. So yeah, I've got a little barrel. I may get next time a little bigger barrel. But yeah, I went with a 2.5 gallon barrel on that. And this is 120. I said peach. So that'll be interesting to see how that does. I'm curious to see get that caramel from that burnt barrel. You know, like in a whiskey barrel. But this is a little 2.5 gallon barrel. That over there. And, all right, let me pause you guys till the next one's ready. All right, this is jar 7. We're rolling 210. This is about 210 also. About 205 here, so we're still rolling pretty good. Jar 6, right? And swap that out. And out of the big mouth jars. The jar shop and I'm giving away jars and should have been getting them back. Not a big deal. Gotta get some more. They're definitely a little lower. So yeah, this might be, not this one might be my last jar. Let's see what we proof out at. Let's turn you around. You up on there we go. All right. See what we got. And like I say, I'm kind of excited about the barrel coming in. Have to check. So that'll be interesting. So we'll have some brown liquor and with the sun shining that way. I can't see what this is. Let's try it from this side. We're about 95 or 105, I should say. I'm sorry, I'm missing the. Get it right. Come on, stop spinning. Things being a pain. About 100. Okay, so 100 proof. So yeah, we are getting. But this thumper, yeah, it doesn't. Because it's basically, the thumper is like a second distillation. So, see what this tastes like. I haven't tasted it, but 100 proof's not bad. Ooh. 100 proof is still 100 proof. But it tastes pretty good. So this is jar 6, right? 6. We'll see. Slowing down a little bit, and I am running out of gas. I'm hoping it doesn't run out before it's done. I'd hate to have this thing suck in on me. So we got to keep an eye on it. I do have another tank, but yeah, I'd rather use all I got in here. Oh, there's still quite a bit left in there. So we're not doing too bad. Can't see, I didn't turn you guys back around, huh? So there we go. All right, let's keep on going. All right, so then switch to the other side. Sitting in the west. Now let's swap this out. This is probably going to be this will be the 8th jar. This is number 7. So see what we got here. The other one was 100. I haven't seen any oils coming out. I guess there's liquid in there. Let's switch you around. Get over to here. And let's see what we're proofing at here. I think we're at 90. And this jar is not as cold as the other one, so you guys that check temperatures on these hydrometers, yeah, this one's probably going to be a little bit off. But let's see what we got here. About 85, so it's dropping. So yeah, that one will definitely be the tails there. That. So let's pour this in here. label this. Alright. Alright, I think we're going to call that our last little thing. Let me go ahead and turn this off. Let's see if we can turn this off and open this up. Don't suck any copper in. Ooh. Alright, there we go. That'll about do it. You guys want to see what this last jar is? Hasn't really stopped dripping yet, has it? Alright, let's switch this around. Let's get this. See what this last jar came out. It's starting to get a little foggy, so yeah, it's definitely ales. And we are at, where are we at? Well, that's about 75, so yeah, that was definitely last jar. Thank you guys for watching, and definitely give a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.